Welcome back to the Void Compass. What happens when there is a topic so vast, so overarching, and so immense that to put it in human terms and in a digestible video would be a very difficult task indeed? Well, ladies and gents, my dearest viewers, this is exactly what I'm attempting to do. And rather than make it a 1-hour epic, I would like to at least begin giving an intro of a perspective that I believe would be deeply beneficial to you. Wherever you are at this point in whatever journey you are making, I trust that if you're listening to this channel, you're going through quite some challenge. I'll put it that way, to say the least. So wherever you are at, I want to give you a perspective, a heightened perspective to your entire life experience that is going to help things make a little bit more sense. That's going to zoom out of the lens of ego and what is currently happening into a more expanded view coming directly from the higher self. So, what is it that I want to touch on? Who are you? Really? Really? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you really? I don't want to hear names. I don't want to hear genders, sexes. I don't want to hear that. Who are you really? At your core essence, you are a soul. That is what you are. And to the mind, when you hear the word soul, it is just a meaningless word. It does not capture the vastness of what the soul actually is, because the mind cannot perceive that. It is not designed to perceive something so infinite, interconnected, and vast. But nevertheless, we have these terms that we can use, and so we will abide by them. So you are a soul. You are a soul that is connected to the far greater whole of all that is. What does the soul do? It fragments itself into a higher self and a physical self and mind, both of which are you. Your physical 3D mind and self incarnate into this experience and begin having a lifetime. Whereas the higher self, while taking its cues directly from the soul's blueprint that is still beyond and above it, it works in tandem with the soul and its blueprint. And within the template level reality, which is above the astral realm, if you will, it begins to fashion and manifest all sorts of circumstances, synchronicities, objects, interactions, based on that soul blueprint, which in itself is a blueprint that dictates all of the themes that you have come here to discover, overcome, learn, and expand with and from. So at all times, while your higher self is conceiving all of these circumstances and interactions, your physical mind and body are perceiving. That's what they are designed to do. It is a focused experience. You come from a realm that is far more vast than your mind could ever imagine. In order to have this focused physical experience, you must pass through the veil of forgetfulness. That is one of the most pivotal rules of entering this state of being and this state of affairs, this realm, if you will. You must forget so that you can learn, so that you can have the experience of rediscovery. Is this a challenge? Need I even ask? Of course it is. Look at us as a species. All of this blatant unconsciousness can only be possible through deep forgetfulness. For if everybody truly remembered, everything would be solved like this. But such is this veil for its own unique purpose, and we abide by the rules present within this realm. Why am I saying this? Why is this important for you to know? Because down here, having this physical human experience dealing with third and fourth dimensional challenges, you can often forget that there is an entire purpose to you being here. You did not come here for no reason. Especially if you are listening to this channel, you are not here for no reason at all, or by accident, caught within the random maelstrom of existence. This is not how reality works. Everything in reality is intentional. There is nothing random. There is no coincidence. There are no useless creations. Everything serves its purpose, and therefore so must you. So no matter what circumstances or life challenges you have at this particular moment, you need to come back into the remembrance that you are so much more than just the physical body and mind. Knowing it is half of the equation. You can listen to this video 10 times in a row, and I will guarantee that you will know it. But can you feel it? Can you feel it in this instance? If the answer is no, then the question becomes, how can I feel this to be true? How can I begin to remember myself at the soul level? How can I begin to embody that higher self that is always connected to both my physical body and mind and the soul beyond it? How can I embody that? How can I create space within my being to allow my soul and higher self to function through me, holistically, effortlessly, without resistance? The answer is simple. By clearing every distortion that lies within your field that is preventing you from remembering and feeling the completeness of who you are. How can you feel the completeness of who you are if not by raising your vibrational frequency? Your higher self and your soul function at a frequency that is so far beyond physical reality. Whereas the physical mind functions at a frequency far lower. It has to, so it can remain focused in physical reality. Physical reality inherently functions at a lower frequency because there needs to be solidity. There needs to be matter. There needs to be continuity. There needs to be a linear flow of time for lessons to be able to be learned. There needs to be delay. There can't be instantaneous manifestation, otherwise there would be no learning. So if the higher self and soul that you wish to embody and call in more of and remember more of, if they are functioning at such a high frequency, then would it not make sense to clear away the lower vibrational distortions, whether that is the pain and trauma stored within your body and field. And when I say body, I really mean field, but your body is the one that is sensing it. That's why I say come into the body. Would it then not also make sense to get past the limiting beliefs that you carry, the limiting beliefs that say you can or cannot do this, or you have or have not this? All of these distortions, would it not make sense to transmute, to release, and to create space within your field so that your vibration can rise? And you can begin to tune in to more and more of who you actually are. That is what awakening and ascension is all about. And yes, it does happen in many different ways. And some of us come from high densities. Density and dimension is a topic all on its own that I will need to address in another video. But if you're listening to me, you are most probably a higher density being that has come back to this realm in order to volunteer and help and assist the planet at a really pivotal time where we're on the cusp of a massive expanse of consciousness. And what happens when that higher density being comes back, incarnates into this realm, and abides by the same rules of forgetfulness, the same laws? What happens if they forget and they're struggling to remember? But they feel there's always something. They don't quite fit in. Things don't make sense here. The average life does not appeal to them. They know they are here for more. There is some sort of purpose or mission they need to accomplish. What happens when they just lose their way and forget and get caught in these loops of pain and desire, which I discussed in yesterday's video? Well, there are fail-safes, are there not? Don't believe me? Who here has experienced a twin flame awakening? There's your fail-safe. It's not going fast enough. They're not remembering. We need to stay on target as per the soul blueprint. So what happens? Bring them in. Now, this ain't a twin flame video, but it is relevant to many, just like a near-death experience is. It's a fail-safe to make sure you wake up and you remember that you are more, which is why I have always stressed this is not about a 3D relationship. This is not about playing small. It is not about remaining in that place where you go, just give me my comforts based on what I remember being here. You are so much more. I'm trying to bring you into this expanded area, this expanded perspective, so that you can call in more and more of your soul alignment and fulfill the purpose that you set out to do before you even incarnated here. And there is a system to do that. Yes, there is a system. You clear away the distortions. You transmute the emotional material and the pain within your field, whether that is pain within this lifetime or other karmic experiences that you have yet to clear, or whether you are transmuting for the collective. You get past the limiting beliefs. You learn to balance feminine and masculine energy. And then you start working with the energy. Yes, using the law of attraction, using the law of assumption. Yes, you can work with energy within the set parameters that your soul has laid out for you. This isn't about grasping and getting everything you think you want. You will only ever bring in the things that are relevant to your life path. But yes, there is free will within those parameters, and yes, you can work with the energy within those parameters to further realize the highest possible manifestation of your incarnation. There is a system to this. This is what I am here for. I am guiding you like a compass in the void towards this eventuality. One step at a time, and I don't have it all figured out. Sometimes I'll receive a comment that says, you know what, I like your information, but you acting like a know-it-all I don't like so much. I don't know it all. I know what I need to know when I need to know it. I share what I know when I know it, because I know that this is going to help the collective that is listening to me. And I need to meet people at the level they are at. There are so many people in pain, suffering, dealing with the same loops, twin flames notwithstanding. There's so much more suffering than twin flames, but yes, twin flames too. I know because I am one. I know the suffering that exists in this realm, and I'm here to meet people at that level and help them clear that, so that they can experience the highest manifestation of their existence in this lifetime, so they can fulfill their purpose and they can remember as much as is possible who they really are at the soul level. This is why I'm here. This is my purpose. And yes, this was a topic for another video. I actually was going to put it in a community post. I am building a community, a conscious community. I don't exactly know how at this point. I don't know what app I'm going to use. I don't know if I'm going to make a website. But what I am going to do is build a conscious community, because this is what I have done in previous lifetimes. That is a topic for another time. But I'm already sourcing and recognizing people and souls that I know and have close resonance with. And that is something that I absolutely want to accomplish, especially at the time when the world needs that so desperately. We need more community, conscious community, not less, at a time when there is so much divisiveness and battles across the aisles in every aspect of life, whether it's political, whether it's religion, whether it's country. We need more community and not less. We need more consciousness, not less. We need more heart-centeredness, not less. This is why we are here. Now, I said I wasn't going to make this video a 1-hour epic. And we are going to dive into more of these things in more detail. But if you're stuck, if you're trying to remember, if you're trying to get past your trauma, if you're trying to overcome your limiting beliefs, if you're trying to learn how to balance your energy and work with energy, reach out to me. This is what I do. All the information is in the video description. I give one-on-one sessions and I work with people and your individual energy and bring you into a place where you can align with soul and remember what it is you're here to do and be able to have the highest expression of your life, the way that your soul has always intended for you. This is not an exclusionary path. This is not move towards soul, leave everything behind. It's not this or that. It's this and that. It's both. It's coming to that place of freedom where you do not need, so that you can conversely have everything that your soul has ever designed for you. So as I said, reach out to me if my teachings resonate with you. reach out to me and I'll be happy to hold that space for you and guide you. But I am going to leave it here. But make no mistake, I will see you next time on the Void Compass with more.